Yeah, absolutely. Of course, let's not forget that Wednesday was the worst day of trading for the major indexes in 2019. So this was certainly seen as a bright spot. Of course, the US market suddenly didn't recover all those losses. The Dow Jones ticking up just 0.4%. But we saw on Thursday that traders are very much turning their attention to some US economic data. And there are signs there that the US economy, at least, is still very much showing plenty of signs of life, despite some warnings that a recession could potentially be on the distant horizon. Now, looking at some of that economic data, US retail sales, now they ticked up 0.7% for the month of July. That better than many on Wall Street were expecting. The significance of this is that consumer spending accounts for over 2/3 of the US economy. So that particularly good news for investors on Wall Street. A key area of that data is that internet shopping and internet spending ticked up around 2.8%. So that very good sign for some major retailers like Amazon over the last few months. So this is particularly good news. But of course, there are concerns about the strength of the global economy. But President Trump says that the US economy is doing well. Then anything that you hear in the media to the contrary is just fake news.
Of course, it's fake news. Some positive retail results there, but are we out of the woods yet? We're still hearing that dreaded word recession being uttered.
Absolutely. Of course, if we look at that inverted yield curve that so many were talking about just a day ago, those jitters haven't gone away anywhere yet. Of course, this is very much seen as a precursor, something that could take months to take effect. So something that is still very much an underlying concern on Wall Street and around the world as well, considering there is weak data when it came to factory and manufacturing data in the US. So that remains a concern for Washington and for Wall Street as well. There are also fears that around 9 key economies around the world could be entering a recession. There's huge concerns there. The European Central Bank is expected to unveil more stimulus measures. Mexico on Thursday has announced more plans to try and give more stimulus to their economy. So certainly huge fears around the world, and of course more jitters when it comes to the trade war between the US and China, with of course China warning that there could be countermeasures should US tariffs take effect in September. So there are stark warnings there, and there is a huge urge from Washington for the Federal Reserve in the US to do more, to start cutting interest rates increasingly. So a huge concern being felt not only in the US, but certainly felt around the world as well.
So